Hey guys, you know who it is. Lucretia here, Life with Lucretia. And I originally thought, I would do a, early dinner. I've been gone all day with my friend. Oh my gosh, I came home, heat up some of my beans, and yesterday I made, you don't know this, but yesterday I made smoked turkey leg with beans. It's delicious. And I just had me another bowl. So I heated up and I made some beautiful cornbread. That was much thicker than that right there, by the way. So I thought, let's have inviting you all over for dinner. And while it took Brent, Alex, my son, time to get hooked up here, I was not, I'm almost done with dinner, but I'll tell you what, those beans with, I'm hooked on it. Beans with, hold on, I need to just make sure my channel shows up here. All right, it's there. So beans with smoked turkey leg rather than ham to kind of cut down on the fat, because I am working on that part of my life pretty diligently. As a matter of fact, I lost 3 pounds in the last couple of days. So, and apparently I ate cornbread yesterday. So here's my last, one of my last bites of cornbread. So that's, oh God, we got to kick out Nightbot. Just a moment. I'm going to get rid of Nightbot. Nightbot, remove. So I don't think we'll have any more problems with Nightbot. I had to kick Nightbot out, Kaylee. Excuse me. I just was inviting you all over for dinner. I had smoked turkey leg and beans that I made yesterday, and the last piece of cornbread that, last bite of cornbread. Anyways, it was delicious. But I got it all finished before I got you in here. And it's not nice to eat in front of people. Anyway, so let's see who's here. Hello, Carol Walters. Thank you so much for coming. And Crystal agreed. You shouldn't have any more trouble with Nightbot. Nightbot really doesn't like, see, Nightbot would not like me if I were on your channel, for instance, because I love emojis. I'm an emoji, but I do know it's like 3 or 4 emojis. And Nightbot should be gone. Yeah, it's a, if any of you out there are working on weight loss, it's a one day at a time. It's definitely one step at a time. And I was thinking, yeah, thank you for your patience with Nightbot. So, hold on, Priscilla. Kaylee, I know. I thought Nightbot, so I had these visions of how Nightbot was going to work. Visions. Hey, Priscilla, I was just saying, I lost 3 pounds in the last couple of days. And I just had some very delicious beans with smoked turkey leg rather than smoked ham. Yeah, emojis apparently are a no-no with them. Need to lose. So I know very few people who do not need to lose weight. And also, it's not just the weight number. It is the health that goes along with that, ideally. However, I have a relative younger than me. I have a nephew who he got back his oh gosh, where it's got your triglycerides and your cholesterol. Horrible. It's all horrible. He shall remain nameless. However, it's kind of the way that they are eating at this time. They live off grid, and they have, it's easy stuff to cook. I've suggested some ways that they could do it easier. I mean, live off grid easier, and you still utilize cooking. Quiet listener, hello, Victoria. Good Friday to you, my friend. If you don't mind, in just a few minutes, maybe you could come up and talk about how your channel's going. I just got eggs boiled for my chef salad for my dinner tonight. Yeah, very good. When I go and I get more veggies, I'm going to get a big thing of this particular kind of salad I like. I love salad. I'm lucky I love salad. Judy Smiley, hello to you. Our dog, the big German Shepherd. Now, this poor dog, when Patty Cake was here, he did, he seemed to do better. I think not having Patty here, he has issues with fear around sound. And Robin Jan Can Van, just in the middle of making, yay, good for you, a stir fry. I had beans and with smoked turkey leg rather than ham. And I saw it on a chef's YouTube channel, AB, Cooking and Grilling with AB, I believe. Gosh, that man can cook and grill. And so he switched this year from using ham to most of the time using smoked turkey wing, smoked turkey leg. I like salad. It has lots of goodies like eggs, black beans, yes ma'am, veggies. Otherwise, I'd rather eat chocolate cake. Well, if it's real chocolate cake, and you and I have both had real cake made by real cake makers, not Albertsons and Fred Meyer, but real stuff. And it's hard people can kind of fake the vanilla. It's hard to fake a good chocolate cake. You know what I mean? But I'm on a fixing. I don't have much money. So good examples of a meal, Carol, because I'm on a very much a fixed income. I've shared on here. I know I've shared on here. We are also on food stamps. We do receive some food stamps. Ours were slashed in half this month. Well, for next month anyways. And so, yes, I'm very much working at utilizing what we have. And Kaylee, we have a bakery. I mean, a bakery in this town that makes fabulous, unfortunately, fabulously wonderful cakes. I do not go there for a reason. And I just don't go. But she and I have been there, and she knows what I'm talking about. It is a great place. Hello, Steve and Tina. Glad you're here. Thank you for popping down from Canada. All right. And it really was just please hit the thumbs up. Oh, yes, please. I forgot to hit the thumbs up button from my end. Yeah, that would be great. Wonderful help. Hello. Hello, all. Not tagging right now. Busy with granddaughter right now. Hey, no. You just keep doing what you're doing. If you listen, that's great. Like what do you buy and eat and cook? Okay. Almost every single month, I will get a pork loin. They're about that big. Okay, about that big. I did a video on it. Cut it into different sections. Like cut it up into some chops. If you like some chops, you could also we cut them up into some chops. We do a couple of different roasts, including a butterfly one, so that it can be a rolled roast. So I can I usually stuff it with sauteed vegetables, like whatever vegetables I have on hand. Richard, would you mind getting me some ice water and say hi to our live stream here? Please. So I stuff it with sauteed vegetables, usually onions, carrots, celery, mushrooms. I know, Priscilla, don't even say it. Don't say it. My little sister does not like mushrooms. So, but mushrooms, any vegetables, and then flatten out that butterfly roast as best possible. Cover it with cellophane and boom, kind of flatten it out, and then put the veggies in there and roll it. And I will do, if you'd like me to do a rolled roast, a video, I'd be glad to do that. Tie it up. And usually put a glaze of some sort over it, sometimes not, and then put it in the oven. and then some vegetables, sauteed vegetables on the side, roasted vegetables. I'm a big fan of one pan dinners. If it could be one pan, I like that. So that's one thing. Also, we both like, luckily, we both like, well, I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Thinking right here. I'm kind of thinking about other things that we eat. I love to make soups. I'm a big, giant soup eater. And also like to make, like, oh gosh. Oh, I just did the other night. I also have some low-carb bread. Now, I had my one of my doctors in the past told me not to get low-carb bread. The reason, well, I'm truly, you know, as much as I'm a recovering alcoholic, I'm also a carbaholic. My body, well, because it kind of matches up, and the carbohydrates, alcohol, kind of all one of the same, breaks down into sugar. But I'm a carbaholic. I can tell you, I'll take a carbohydrate over a sweet any day of the week, for the most part. Unless it's like really good sweets, and then yeah, I'll go ahead and have one. But so I love vegetables in soup. So I make a lot of vegetable soups. And I'll eat on that for a few days. What else do I like? What else do we buy and cook? I have a bunch. I do. Okay, so I have. Oh gosh.
Hi everybody.
Thank you for the.
Hello. Goodbye.
My very trusty sidekick. So what else? Priscilla, you know what I cook? I'm trying to think of what I cook. Well, this last year, Richard did eat a lot of dinners, frozen dinners. And that is because of the difficulty I went through for the last year. However, my cooking, I can cook pretty much anything. I love to cook pasta. Here's a simple one. I'm not supposed to eat pasta now. At this point in time, we're trying to figure out a stomach issue. But I found pasta made of something that's healthy. I just have to pick it up. And what I like to do is take some, again, saute some vegetables, usually onion and bell pepper, like a red bell pepper. But if I only had green on hand, I would do green too. I also, if I have shallot, some shallot goes in there. And ideally, some little cherry tomatoes. You kind of saute that up. With a little olive oil. I have to think off the top of my head. And garlic. Okay. Saute that all up in some olive oil. So kind of the cherry tomato pops open and you get some good juices running around there. Even though I'm a recovering alcoholic, I cook with wine a lot of times. Cook the alcohol off and you still get the good flavor. And that's doable for me. Some people, it's not doable. I've been sober 28 years and it's not a problem. Mainly, I think, because I was never a big wine drinker. I didn't like wine. However, cooking with wine and the flavors that imparts is a different animal. So I say, do what's safe and what you like. But always, if you're have a problem with that, to not use it. So, and there's also non-alcoholic wines. Oh my gosh, you cannot believe what they've done with non-alcoholic wines. So I've intentionally bought that as well because there's this particular flavor I'm going for. So anyways, the idea is if I didn't have that and maybe I had some apple juice, I'd take some apple juice or I would take some, what's that dark vinegar stuff? Gosh darn it. I wasn't thinking of this before the live stream. Balsamic vinegar. Love me balsamic. You take balsamic vinegar, mix it with a little honey or like apricot jam, like apricot like that. Mix that together. And you use that as a glaze on pork. It's a killer glaze. So all of that's good stuff. And then, so back to the pasta dish that I was just talking about. Kind of let that saute for a few minutes. In the meantime, you will have boiled your pasta. right at al dente, a little before al dente, you're going to want to take that over and you put it in with your sauce you've just made. It is a light sauce. This is not, and oh, by the way, butter. It is a butter sauce. You don't have to if you don't want to, but butter adds to it. And so you add the butter, and then you let that all kind of meld together for a bit, maybe 5-10 minutes. It's just that easy. That's a very quick, nice dinner. So what I made for Richard and I the other night, what I was going to say with our low-carb bread is I had bought these because working on a budget, I bought this packet of these really thin, what they used to call breakfast steaks. And Richard and I prefer to eat earlier, later in the afternoon, like 4 o'clock-ish. We're good for that. Anyways, so I took and I sauteed those very quickly in olive oil and butter. Boom, the red is gone or pretty much gone. Take them off the heat. And then I took and I sauteed green or bell pepper and onion and mushroom. Bell pepper, mushroom, and then I had taken the bread and I had put it kind of down on the pan that had the goodie in it I had just got done grilling up. And voila. And so we put that little mixture on one piece of bread with the meat, and then a little bit of spicy brown mustard on the other piece of bread. Yum. We both love that. We had some sweet potato fries with it, but truthfully, the only fries I like are from McDonald's. Sorry, I do. I love McDonald's fries. And so we have air fryer. We have 2 air fryers, and it just wasn't quite right. So neither one of us really ate them all. Let me have a little more water. I'll tell you where I was at today. So my friend, let me see who else is in here. So I've got Judy. Hello, Judy. Vicky, Kaylee, Robin, and Jan. So that's a couple of, I also have in my freezer, Carol, I have some riced cauliflower that I'm going to be making something with that. And when I make that, maybe I'll just do a video of making it. I'm going to do that in place of potato. Because I really, truly am. And every time I see like 3 pounds come off, I'm like, that's why you're doing this. Okay. That's why you're doing. I see a little bit of progress. And all I ask for is please a little bit of progress. Hawkins Family Adventures. I think I see. There you are. Hello to you. Thank you for coming, Sue. I think that's the right name. I might have the wrong name. I know I have your face in my head. All right. So, yeah, I love mushrooms. I love cooking with mushrooms. Roasted root beer. Yeah. Okay. So I'll tell you another mushroom is very friendly. A really fun guy. Yes, that's cute. That's cute. No shrooms. 1 pan cooking. Amen. Pork loin broke. Yes, my pork loin breakdown. I just want to make sure I don't miss saying hi to somebody, or if there's a question. Here we go. Here's Steve and Tina. Tina made rice bean salad yesterday. I hope you made a video of that, because that would be worth watching to me. Rice bean salad. Rice Tasters pasta is cheap. Okay. Rice Taters pasta. Rice Tater. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I'll look for it because I'm looking for those alternatives. I do. Unfortunately, I got my mother's ability to cook. And I shouldn't have. got us talking about food. Now going to cook toad in a hole. And I believe toad in a hole, is that like an egg in, okay, so I probably have this completely wrong, but one of my ex-brother-in-laws, who's going to be my brother-in-law forever because I love him, but he used to make in the morning when we were little girls. Priscilla and I both are younger than our older sisters, so they were married long before us. So he used to take bread and cut out the center and break an egg. I love that, and then just toast the little piece. Anyways, I know that's not what a toad in a hole is, but that's made that. But I know the phrase toad in a hole, and I just don't know exactly what it is. Substitute pasta with some veggie. Cheat pasta such as zucchini. Shave off strips with a potato peeler. Yep. So just inventing some ways to do these things. Now, I'll tell you something else I make, Carol. I will take a zucchini, like a butternut, like butternut squash, and I will cook it, scoop it out, and then take that same kind of vegetable mix that I was telling you, any vegetable mix you want to stir fry. Stuff that back in there and maybe put some cheese in with it and put it in and bake it till it's all nice and bubbly. I have done that many times. Yeah, I finally got it in my head, the balsamic. And there's different grades of balsamic vinegar, by the way. I have tasted, we had a balsamic vinegar one time that was almost like syrup. It was so good. I mean, it just was not the average balsamic vinegar. I know you're not. And that's, everybody has their own taste. Yeah. One time for Christmas, I think it was Christmas, or Priscilla, I think it was Christmas. I did half of a salmon poached in white wine, completely poached in white wine. And I wasn't a big fan of that. I didn't really, like Jeff. I don't know why. It just wasn't. It wasn't my thing. Howdy, hey Troy. Howdy. Oh, phone cannot. No, that's fine. I hear you. I just did this as a quick pop up because why not? I looked and I didn't see anybody online. Probably somebody's coming on at 5. I just was really trying to say hello, everybody. So my best friend, one of my best friends. So my little sister is a different kind of best friend, as y'all must know. But she's number. We'll just call her number one best friend, even though we have differences sometimes. And I'm right. Well, that's a different story. Sorry. I have another best friend, Lisa. She is definitely a BFF, and another BFF. They're kind of like this. Lori. I've known Lori since I was in high school. She actually wants to come on the road. She wants to get an RV. There's an opportunity she will have down the road when a piece of property that she's part owner in is sold after the other person is gone. And she wants to get an RV and go. Now she thinks her and I and Richard are all going in an RV. She's never been RVing. And so I would love to go with her. Not in the same RV. Priscilla, don't tell her I said that, but not in the same RV. You too, Robin Jan. Thank you for stopping by. Have a great weekend. So those are a couple things that I like to cook, and I'm having to learn to re-cook. Priscilla, at least you came to it. I'm weird too. Never liked alcohol. I use it sparingly in food. Only sometimes the alcohol cooks off quickly. Flavor blends. Yes, that's the deal for me. Well, thank you. Now I want to make sure I have your first name right. Is it Susan? Please, if I'm wrong, I'm very sorry. I'm trying because I watch your videos. I'm just trying to get the first name correctly. Because I really like knowing people's first names. Nomadic Wrap Pack. Carly got one. Love it. Okay, you go do what you got to do, Victoria. Yeah. I can come to a standstill for about a week and I get impatient, especially when my intake is very low. You love your pot pie. Oh, yes. And the thing about pot pies, you can do them. You can make them so much exactly the way you want to have them. It's anything we can make ourselves that we like when we go somewhere else. Unless it's like, I don't make my own Asian food because I don't have all the Asian flavors. I just don't. I have not invested in that. And so if I'm like, my most favorite Asian dish is called drunken noodle. And I like it a spice because it's basically, it is a spicy noodle, and it's the wider noodle, and it's just lots of vegetables, basically this big fat noodle and vegetables. Well, when I was a realtor, I worked across from this Asian restaurant. It's Thai food, and they would chuckle every time I would come over, and I'd tell them I wanted it quadruple the heat they normally made it. And they would chuckle and talk between them, and I would get it and go. Oh, rice, potatoes, meat, rice, potatoes, pasta. Okay. Like I had egg and bacon for breakfast. Yeah, there you go. One of my older sisters, I'm not sure if she's still on this particular diet, but very healthy diet. We have the same doctor. And she's been working on weight loss as well. And taking about maybe 3 eggs, scrambling the eggs, not using, using more of the whites than the yolk. And also putting in some, like saute some vegetables. And then at the end, put in some spinach. Yum, yum. Okay, so that to me, is a good breakfast. Some bacon on the side. Sausage and Yorkshire pudding. Okay. All right. I knew that. And, I'm pretty sure I've made Yorkshire pudding before. It may be something else, but I think I have many years ago. It may or may not be snowing here. Please, for the love of everything, stop snowing in Oregon. Okay, we're doing good. I know, Priscilla, you're in Canada. It's supposed to snow in Canada. It's not supposed to snow here in the Willamette Valley. It was pretty windy here, and our dog, it's really my son's dog, but it lives with all of us. Czar, the German Shepherd, he's about 100 pounds, big dog, strong dog, had been grossly abused as a puppy, constrained with barbed wire, kept outside. So he was a rescue, and then we got him. Well, he's terrified of wind, even inside the house. Czar is terrified of wind. Excuse me. And here's this beautiful German Shepherd shivering because he's so afraid. And it's heartbreaking to me because I want to go find the people who did the damage, the mental damage, and explain to them in no uncertain terms why that's not acceptable. So yeah, I did. I remember doing it right on that stove over there, Priscilla, poached salmon and white wine, and I didn't care for it. 7 foot of snow outside my kitchen window. I don't know what's going on with the winter gods, but you could stop. Oh, Catherine. Hello, Catherine Cook. Where are you guys at? What part of the country are you in right now? You're someplace where there's a clubhouse. That will be nice. Have a good potluck. It is dinner time. I understand that. It is the time when people are eating. So I want to get started on outside things. And for me and for Richard as well, everything that we're going to be doing is going to take so much longer. It's like we'd like to get it done before fall, if you know what I mean. So we are supposed to, okay, good, Susan, all right. Take bunch home snow with you. Priscilla will do that. Don't invite her because she'll come, Troy. You got snow, build it, they will come. And that's Priscilla. All right, I'm glad I've got it right. He lives in a special snow belt here in Oregon, which, by the way, I love snow. I just don't like it once it's now, spring has sprung. Mexican food, but I'm doing a casserole with taco seasoning. That's my Mexican food dishes. Sounds good. What I've also been doing is I've been taking raw vegetables. I like raw vegetables though. I'm not doing it because I have to. And I like Mexican food, I like salsa. So I chopped up some raw vegetables in little bite-sized chunks, carrots, onions. I love onion, just raw onion. So carrots, onions, celery. What else did I have in there? Trying to think. And then I also put in some artichoke hearts. And these were not pickled. These were not pickled ones either. These were regular. And some, oh gosh, what are the round? They're purple. They're sliced up. Usually in some kind of vinegar. There's my brain. It's really at a loss. And I just put that all together in a salad. And by the way, you know what I poured over the top of it? All by itself. I have some Mother's vinegar. My mouth waters at the thought of vinegar. That's genuinely, my mouth is watering. I love vinegar. I shook it up real well so we could, get that all blended in. And I just poured a little bit, not a lot. And then I put some salsa over the top. And that was good for me. Truthfully, loved it. And here we have camping therapy, Doreen. Good. Well, she also has a stitching channel. Trying to think of the name of her stitching channel. Yes, ma'am. We have about 9 parakeets so I'm in the family room, and then there's a kitchen, and then there's a dining room, which is no longer got even a dining table in it. I'm using it as a desk in the family room. And so the birds are up against the window in the dining room, and they love the light. And then at night, they get closed, and the curtains get closed, and they get a little thing over them. But they're very chattery birds. Very. Okay, so I love to make wet burritos. I love it. I'm going to have to figure out how to do a wet burrito, a healthy wet burrito. So you have Parkinson's. It's challenging to walk. I need to lose weight because I can't have my surgery, so I really need to. So yes, ma'am. I don't have Parkinson's. However, and I'm so sorry you have to deal with all this because, it's a road, it makes the road a little longer and more painful and difficult. But I do have a pretty severe situation with nerve damage to my legs, and I can't stand for any length of time. And it makes doing everything I do much more difficult. And it makes everything I do much longer, much longer. And it wears me down because the pain, wears people down. And there's times like I've had 3 really bad days this week. I wasn't out of my pajamas for 3 days. I did make myself take a shower one day and put on my shorts. But that's it. 3 very bad days this week. And so I do have pain medicine that I use only at night for me. And so I get, and the reason I use it at night is because I can't, the pain going to bed, being in bed causes me some pretty severe pain. It makes going to bed, I get anxious when I know I need to go to bed because the pain is so bad. So I finally broke down and asked my doctor for pain medicine. He read the report from the neurosurgeon and he's like, of course, I will give you some pain medicine for the use that I'm going to be using it for at night. So anyways, I get it. Standing, chopping vegetables, doing any of that. So I do find some shortcuts. For cooking, I am using buying bags of already chopped vegetables whenever I can, especially the onion and the pepper, because I use it in so many things I cook. I just, across the board, I'm a big, giant onion and pepper. So finding those shortcuts. So shortcuts is one of the big deals for me. Lean protein, low carbs, yes. So I have a friend who's getting ready to have gastric bypass. And I took to the hospital today for she's getting closer to her procedure. And she said, when you're going to have a gastric bypass, there's many things you have to have done. Many things, trust me, many things. Because I've looked into, I have the paperwork myself because it's an option for me. I need to know what my options are. And so it is confusing to know how to do these things. But my friend, so she struggles with walking as well and standing. And she's tall though. She's like 6 foot tall. We are very funny standing next to each other because I'm about 5'3" now and she's 6 foot tall. And it is kind of funny to see us together. So we just, I try to make things as easy and simple as I can. So it's not that hard for me if I have to, throw something in a pan, get it together, get everything together and have it ready to go on the pan, go in the oven. That's why I like one sheet deals. I also like crock pot meals and I like anything that can just be all together rather than multiple parts to it. It's too hard for me now at this point in time. Also, water. On days I don't drink a lot of water, I feel it at night. And so, are you in Oregon? I'm in Oregon. I live right here in Eugene, right? Not too far off of I-5. I'm just right here. State your terms carefully. I should remember back to the contract days for real estate contract. Very clear what you want, how you want it. I just threw it out there. Please, God, let it snow. Another thing I've done, a couple of occasions, and I'm going to be doing it again, likely this weekend, because I'm feeling better, I'm mentally better. So whip up a bunch of, if you can eat eggs anyways, or get the poor kind, whatever. And if you like sauteed vegetables, mix that all together. Put it into a muffin pan, cook it. And then easy to warm up in the morning or to use as a snack at night. If you like bacon or sausage or some protein meat to go with it, delicious. You're 85 today. I really wish it was 85 here. I'd be happy today to have it 85. I've never had the SAD before, the seasonal affect disorder. I think I've had it this year. I do. I think, because I love cloudy skies. I prefer cloud over straight blue for days on end because it just gets boring. Whereas clouds, there's some contour and texture. Yeah. Mediterranean, yes, absolutely. And I have, and in that little mixture of vegetables I was talking to you about, I put some chopped green olives. And I'm going to get some Kalamata olives here pretty soon. Right out of the back of the garden when it's in season produce section of Walmart in winter. That's right, Kaylee. That's why Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts. Seriously, a Brussels sprouter. Love them. Plant It Fitness. Yes, ma'am. Check out her channel. I went over there, watched some videos, made her a friend. Could you drop her link, please? Very, very cute channel. Really like it. Beets. Beets is what I was thinking of earlier. You just said the word I was trying to think of. And I put beets on top, kind of like a little, I love beets. Excuse me. I just love them. Radicchio, red cabbage. Yes, ma'am. I prefer red cabbage over green. We are still at Quartzsite LTVA South. It's hot here, so we will be. Oh, you must be over at, when you said the clubhouse, Randy's clubhouse there at Quartzsite. This little homemade setup. Great setup, by the way. Glad you're back, Vicki. And I'm sure you're all put together perfect. Yeah. Me too. Sour. I do love sour stuff. Yes, she's been in here for a little bit. Oops, let me back up. Can only come to the snow if she takes it home with her. There you go, Priscilla. And Troy said so. I would like to, Priscilla, I do want to get some green beans this year. Do you remember Dad growing green beans up, the white vine things that he would put up? I so regret that I did not spend time, more time out in the garden with him than we were forced to. It wasn't just me, though. You didn't like it either. I didn't like it. It was summertime. There was things to do. Oh, there you go. Privies and Prims. Privies and Prims. Well, the first time I saw that name, Privies and Prims, I didn't know it was Doreen, and I didn't know, anything. But for some reason, I thought she was a retired military person, a retired military woman. I thought it had to do with privies. That's just me. That's just me, Doreen. There you go. Privies and Prims Needlecraft. Very easy. On my way to the coolers. Ruh-roh. Okay, so my friend who is going to be having the gastric bypass, who's at the hospital having his procedure done today, just part of getting to that gastric bypass. We were all talking, her and me, and I think it was the anesthesiologist. And one of them recommended, strongly get into a pool sooner than later, because as soon as she recovers from that gastric, she has to have a knee replacement. And having had both mine done, good idea to go in stronger than weaker. And water will help. Yes, I'm sure she will be. I haven't come across one I don't like. Oh, gosh. Bye, Crystal. Many blessings to you, too, and thank you for stopping by. And If you want to drop her link, please drop her link. Wonderful channel. Highly recommend her. Keeping Up with Colorado. Well, hello. Thank you for coming by. So glad to see you. It was just a early dinner with me pop-up. I finished it already. But still wanted to say hi and wish everybody a good weekend. And just trying to do the best we can every day. I'm trying sweet soy sauce and sour rice in your rice. If you've never heard of sweet soy sauce, it is incredible. It's the key ingredient in pork fried rice that gives it the zing. I never heard of it. No, I never heard of sweet soy sauce. I just got some low sodium soy sauce, but more than soy sauce, I'm using the other stuff. It looks like soy sauce. It's if I hadn't tried to think of it, it would be right at the tip of my tongue. But I'll look for that because that would be interesting just to have on hand for a little bit. All right, sweetheart. You have a good evening. Are you? Please drop her link if we haven't already got her link dropped. Teeth. I've got to go brush Mateo's teeth. Mateo is so sweet, little dog. I think Mateo is the same kind of dog Camper Van Kevin has, but little, like baby May or smaller. No, nothing wrong with frozen veggies. And that's another thing. I've used the rice wine vinegar. I'm just out of it. So some sweet soy sauce, a pinch of sugar, and some salt and pepper, right? Wow. Now that's simple. Some rice wine vinegar, some sweet soy sauce, pinch of sugar, and some salt and pepper. Worth a try. Oh, always. I do it all the time. Balsamic vinegar it can be used on anything. I saw somebody do something with ice cream with it. Now I don't know that I'm that brave. But all right, you take care. Have a great weekend, and you stay safe there. Don't become a snowman, Troy. Oh yes, it's just a pop up. I didn't mean to do this. It just happened. I came home and I thought I didn't do my Thursday live stream yesterday, and I wasn't able to do my Thursday live stream. And I still will be doing one Sunday, a fun one. I'm going to try to find something funner. And so I just thought there was nobody online. I didn't see anybody live that I know. Unless I missed it, but I always go check and see. I look at who I'm subscribed to and if they have any live streams going. If I'm not going live at a time I normally do. All right. So keeping up with Colorado. I'm going to, let's see if there's anybody else here. Whose birthday is it today? I don't know. Is there a birthday today that I'm not aware of? Thank you, Kaylee. And I have considered the weight loss surgery. Like I said, I have the paperwork here. I've partially filled it out. Yes, Meals on Wheels for seniors. So absolutely an option. I don't know if they do it every day. There's more options than I thought. And in some states, some states are doing this. They're partnering with Medicaid to use some Medicaid money to buy for people to have access to food that are, on Medicaid. I believe it's people on, I'm not sure about Medicare, but pretty sure it's on people on Medicaid. So they're partnering well, I don't know if partnering is the right word. They're utilizing some funds from the Medicaid for Food for Health. I can't think of the name they're calling it, but it's like Food for Medicine. It might be called Food for Medicine. If somebody typed that in, I'll bet you could find exactly what I'm talking about. I believe it's called Food for Medicine. Because in reality, for many, many of us, so food, I'm kind of an anomaly because most of my numbers, when you go get all that blood work stuff done, most all of my numbers are very good. And even, like triglycerides have come down. Now, they're up right now. I'm not quite sure why, because I really don't eat fried foods. I don't eat fried foods. There's a couple things I got to look at, but of all of them, that's the only number that's not good. The good fat and the bad fat are all great. All right. So my doctors have struggled a bit with trying to figure out how to help me, because normally that would all reflect in weight number, kind of, but there are people that it's not that straightforward, according to my doctor. And so having access to maybe more refined foods that would be better for me, but are out of my price range to cook, I don't know. So anyways, Food for Medicine is, I think, the program, and it may be very useful. And the Meals on Wheels, of course, is right there, always there for people. Yes, Dad grew them. We grew bush beans to avoid the extra work of stringing. Okay, so it was bush beans. I could swear I remember those white things. All right, I'll talk to you later. Okay, so I'm not a complete crazy person, Doreen. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate knowing that. Yes, we love to grow cucumbers. I do want to get English cucumbers because they don't cause the gas. And I'm having trouble with gas in my abdomen that's not supposed to be there. And so I'm having a test actually to see what might be the root cause of that. But I would love to grow some English cucumbers that are non-gaseous. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. But that's a simple thing. So there's some simple things that most of us can do. Cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers, zucchini. If you like zucchini or that type of food, much of that could be done, as Kaylee says last year to me, in pots. Don't even have to have a big garden area. And so, yes. Thank you, Kaylee. I'm excited for it. That's why I want the rain. I don't want there to be tamari. I haven't had tamari. I have had tamari, but it was somebody else's, and I tried it. And I loved it. Thank you. Thank you. I thought Mateo was your dog. I'm sorry, Mateo. I do know. I've seen Mateo many times. Sometimes it's better to ask a question than make a statement. I'm just saying. Yes, I'm going to drop the link. Let's talk briefly about your channel, how it's doing. I would love to know. Lucretia, surgery. Can you commit to the specific behavior for a lifetime? I'd say, oh, I know, honey. I do understand that. That's why I have the paperwork. And you're right. 100%. And I don't know that I have that kind of a adultness in me. That requires a high level of adulting. All right, Vicki, are you ready? Okay. Come on up.
Long time no see,
Yes, ma'am.
except for on the other platforms anyway.
I love your background.
Thank you. I had a really good, awesome channel help me to finally figure out how to use this thing.
I'm sorry.
It's
Go ahead.
OBS, and I finally got a gentleman that helped me to get it. And my channel's growing. It's slow. I miss all of this community, the
Yeah.
nomadic community. Um, they didn't follow the new channel like they did the old channel, which is, that's okay. It's their choice. But I'm at 363 right now. So it's taken me a while, but I got new stickers.
Oh, I like that black or that dark background.
Yeah, it's because I do the flute and storytelling on
Yes.
videos on Sunday. So a friend of mine on another channel, she made the design, and then another channel, she makes the stickers, and so I got this. She made the stickers for me, um, and she's a reasonable price. So if you guys need stickers made, you might check out Devil Dog's Keeper. It's how much was it? 65, I think. Let me look. For 100 stickers. And she does different sizes. It's cheaper for the smaller version of them. It gets cheaper. Yeah, 6306 for 100 stickers.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, if you guys need stickers, her name is Devil Dog's Keeper. Her name's Jamie. Awesome
Okay.
lady. And Devil Dog is the channel that helped me get the OBS going.
Mhm.
He's really a nice gentleman. He's ex-military. But anyway, my channel it's going slow, but I could sure use a lot more help
Hey,
because
do you mind if I bring up your channel included
no,
here
I
while
don't
we talk?
care. Go ahead.
Okay,
Anything.
good. That way, anybody who doesn't know her can we'll take a look at her channel for you. Just show it off a little bit. So, I want to make sure by back over here. All right, so let me. So you do have. I love your flute up here.
Which game do you want?
Echo, stop. Sorry about that.
It's all right. And Vicki has. So you got 364 subscribers, 98 videos, and you got some shorts, and you got some lives. Let's see, here you've got your home screen, and then videos. Yes,
Got
Vicki,
some
I've
videos that I brought over from the old channel, so
uh-huh.
some of those are from the old channel.
Palace. Oh, look at that. Palace Falls hike to the rapids. Oh, that's cool. That's beautiful. That thumbnail, Palouse Falls
Palouse.
hike.
Yeah.
Palouse. Yeah, that looks beautiful.
It's a gem in the middle of nowhere, and you wouldn't, unless somebody tells you about it, you'll never come across it. It's just there's nothing to indicate it's a dirt road that takes you back into it. So
Oh, wow. And then, so a little bit of got some cooking on here, tuna fish patties. That's another thing. Tuna patties. I love tuna patties. Salmon cakes. Got a food prep here, I see. Chili casserole.
potato poking his face in there.
So that is let's see here. Calming place to unwind with Native American Indian storytelling, flute music with relaxing chat.
What, me? Please?
So yes, you have a lot to offer. So please, if you don't know, if you're not a friend of Vicky's, I highly recommend you run over there and say hi to her. And we've got Vanvita. Where'd you go? Vanvita
Paula.
Travis. Hi, Paula. Thank you so much for stopping by. She's one of, if you don't know, she is up north there, I think. Going to be coming down through Oregon soon. Headed to the meet up here in Southern Oregon. So Vicky has been around for a while, and one of the very sweet people on YouTube. And that's my honest experience and opinion is she's definitely someone to make a connection with. Always been very supportive of me. Always. Let's see, what else? So what else you want? Let me get rid of that now so everybody has seen your channel. Go take a look at it. So what you want to tell us about what you're doing these days?
Just following a lot of channels, trying to give people equal amount of time and support, and watching Mateo. And I didn't used to watch TV, but I got this Roku. So, and I like Star Wars, so I came across this TV show called The Mandalorian, and it's got the baby Yoda on there. And so I've been watching that whenever I can, in between, trying to help people out. Hi, Timmy Ray. I hope your mom's okay. But yeah, mostly I'm just running other people's channels and trying to do my best to support others.
That's where there is a challenge, and I fully get that, because it's been a challenge for me to balance out, especially doing I'm stretched in two very different ways between travel, people, and preparedness community, which they do come together. It does come together. And by the way, not everybody's traveling full time. RVing with G. Hello. Speaking of someone I haven't seen in a while. Hope you're doing well. Not stuck in the snow somewhere. So that is a challenge. It's trying to figure out how do I support. Like I was looking at I'm Roy Becky's channel. That is the channel I do go to every morning for the most part. A couple, I don't always, but I would say 80% of the time I'm there. And it happens to be at a perfect time of day for me. I'm usually kind of getting ready for the day. So I go to their channel while I'm going through that process.
Yeah, and I have two laptops. So on the laptop up here above me, I play all of the videos that were posted, not lives. I put the ones that are live right now, I will play on this laptop here, and I'll have up to 5 to 7 lives going on this one, and 4 or 5 posts on the other one.
Wow.
And I'm the quiet listener because I don't always comment. Okay. And even if I'm in a live, I listen, I give the thumbs up, I let it play, because I'm not a big talker. but at least I can give people their hours and the analytics by giving them the thumbs up. I mean, that's just my thought on it. Even if I don't comment, and I do try to come up with comments, but I just don't do it very often.
Yeah.
So, that's how I support. And I've had well over 600 people I was friends with. But
Yep.
I hate to say it, I purged my channel. And then I went into where you see who is subscribed to you. And then I just re subscribed to every single person that I seen in there. Because it's hard enough to follow those that are giving me the kindness. And I hope this don't sound horrible, but it's hard enough to give all the people who are supporting me my support, much less trying to support all these channels that really don't care about me.
Hmm.
So it came down to that point. I had to support those who are supporting me and helping me.
Hmm.
And like I said, I hope that don't sound callous because I don't mean to be that way. But I was killing myself trying to keep up with over 600 people when I have only 363 people following. That's double the people that are, giving me that support. And I was missing their channels because I was trying to keep up with all these other channels. And but I am trying to do my best. I'm not a real exciting person because I don't travel, you know. I'm just a mellow channel that plays flute, reads stories mostly. And then the chat is just a calm place to come, family. If you don't want to hear vulgarity and you just want to feel that calmness and be able just to talk, um, then that's what I do.
Hmm.
And some people come up and show off what they got and what they're trying to sell, what they make, and I'm not picky on anything. It's just whatever. If I can support you in whatever way, then I will try to do that. And I don't do drama and all of that. So, because I want people to be comfortable. I want them to feel
Sure.
comfortable and relaxed and have fun there. And maybe bring other people, and come up on my panel because I've always said it, even in my old channel, it's not me that makes the channel. It's all of the people that come hang out with me and talk. They're the ones that make the channel. And that's how my channel will grow. And that's how it grew before, was because I had people coming up on the panel. And, before it was the karaoke. And I had a lot of issues because of that. And that's why I don't do karaoke anymore. But it's a place to come make friends. And that's really my purpose is I want to make friends and I want to make long-term friendships like yours and mine, Lucretia, that are beyond YouTube. Me and you talking in chat.
Yeah.
I follow you in your other platforms. It, Facebook, everything. It it's more about making true friendships
Hmm.
and not judging and finding the good in all people because everybody has something that's good about them. And you got to find a common thing that's going to bond you. Sometimes you will, and sometimes you won't. But that's what I look for. So,
I think one of the things, aside from all this, that is bonded, I think I felt bonded to you was the similar faith, similar faith belief that, has given us some conversation. I'm looking to see. I thought the dog was in here needing something. And so, yeah, another woman who is not she does have a channel. It's very small. She's not pushing it, trying to grow it really at this time, but she has a channel. Her and I've made a good connection. And part of that's because of some of the side issues, the physical stuff, So she texted me recently. And so some conversations we've had, completely nothing to do with YouTube, just about life and about trying to figure out how to make it all work. How do you make it all work? But you're making a good point that there are channels that I watched that they're big channels. So I have figured out it is likely that the channels that I follow that are maybe 500,000 or 1 million subscribers to them, they're never gonna, I wouldn't even expect that. Not even 100,000. How does that channel ever communicate with the followers except through videos and live streams? And not many of them that size that I've found do live streams. A few of them do, but they can't even answer back. They never get to see all of those questions or funny comments or things like that. I don't know how. It just, they happen to find something that connects with others and people follow and like them. And I think many of them, I didn't plan on a live stream. That's why I'm looking like this. I was at the hospital with my friend. And so what's being said on here is somebody mentioned that, or I think it was Doreen. Doreen said not everyone's channel list is public. Let's see. And then Kaylee says there's nothing wrong. You were not being callous. No, for her, it did not feel callous. G is sub to over 1,200 people. That's a lot of people to subscribe to. But by the way, there's people I subscribe to that I don't have really any intention of making that connection with. I just like to go watch. Like, I like hoof trimming. The cat. I watched this kid over in. He's from Scotland. Huge channel, massive. There's going to be a movie about this kid. I mean, he's blown up. And anyway, he does, all these. He's a hoof trimmer. He trims the hoofs of cows. I love it. I mean, and part of it's I see him help the animals.
I gotta go see Mateo.
All right, dear.
Thank you for letting me come up.
Yes, ma'am. I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. All right. So, anyways, I subscribe to people who I know will never be subscribing to me, and that's okay, because, yeah, it ain't all about me. I don't know what y'all have to do, but I come to channels for info and to laugh. Me too. So, like I said, there's different kind of channels that I watch. I like, kind of when I go to bed at night, I will watch some things that calm me down, that take me out of my head, And I like that watching cooking shows. Some of the cooking shows I will save for later on when I go to bed. You be careful, Timmy, and I hope that you do well, very well. I hope you win, as a matter of fact. And so it is a balance. I think that might be a good topic to have with some channels that are larger, maybe. And Dee has talked about this balance. Otherwise, your whole entire life, there were days when my whole day was nothing except if I wasn't, working on my things, but listening to somebody else's, trying to support other people. Now, what I will do is if somebody is close to their hours and they have, let's say their numbers, their subscribers, but need some hours, I'd be glad to run playlists. People need to know that your playlist can only be run by one person so many times, over a period of time. And so that's important to understand when people are running a playlist. But I do try to, and I know that there's people I'm not watching right now that I love their channels. It's nothing about them. It's trying to now branch and get some other people and then getting into someone's live stream or watch some videos. It's not that hard that's another thing I will do at night when I go to bed is I will pull up my tablet and I'll watch some videos. His particular channel is called the Hoof GP, and he's funny, it's just really, he's got a good thing going. He hit a niche that he's the king of, for sure. No, and I don't even, now I don't really expect it. Although, so Carol, her channel is, Carol is, I love Carol. I've had her on here. I've interviewed her. She's a larger, she's got 40,000, maybe 50,000 subscribers, and less junk, more journey. Actually, answer some comments. Cool, that's good. Yeah. Now, and there's one channel that I watch who doesn't hurt anybody. You watch comedies before bed. Good thinking, Paula. Because I have nightmares. I am someone who has consistent nightmares. It's probably why I have a hard time waking up in the morning. Okay, sub to a lot of channels. I like to help with watch hours. I'm a severe heart patient. Now I figured out I can support that way because I'm sub to so many channels. I watch my subscribers. Yes, yeah, that's true. So, let's see. I can't remember. Are you doing content? I don't remember if you're doing content. Yeah, more in the winter, for certain, more in the winter. There is a cooking channel that I watch, and she will comment back to things. And she's pretty large, and she's got a very strong market she's got covered. OS Life on Wheels. Yes. That was right. Glorious Life on Wheels. Yes, Carol. She is a fun lady, and she has the energy. Her energy is so strong and positive. All right. I need y'all. It's hard when you're single. I mean, for support and cooking ideas. Okay. Well, I will keep thinking of things, and because I cook. Okay. I cook, and I will come up with some stuff that's healthy as I am, because I am. That's how I'm losing weight. And one of the ways, trying to build 1,000 subs to 4,000. Yes. I swear, and I said this about 100 and at 1,000. Yeah, I remember thinking, if I ever get 100 subscribers, I'm going to have a heart attack. Really, I thought, I'm going to have a heart attack. And then when I got to 1,000, I could not believe it. I seriously could not believe it. Hello, Butterbean Head. Thank you for coming by. Very happy you're here. And as I've grown a little bit more, I'm working on 1,500, and I've watched it just gently go up. It's just gone up and up and up. That's okay. Maybe Kaylee, you can kill Nightbot for me this time. I have to get rid of Nightbot. While I'm sitting here just for a second, don't go anywhere. I just have to put Nightbot in my computer. Because after this, I'm going to go blow up Nightbot. I don't want to use Nightbot. It's not working the way I wanted it to work. And that's me, because I apparently don't know how to program it. $60 away. So if you're here and you don't know Steve and Tina, by the way, they have a good channel. Steve and Tina have a very interesting channel. Please go grab take a second, run over there, take a look at them, click on, and go back and watch some videos. You will not regret it. Steve and Tina are a fun team. Yes, it's being weird, Paula, and I'll have to look at it again. I intended on using it a couple different ways, but I think it's, I was just listening to a show yesterday, people who helped start AI, artificial intelligence. We're talking about that there's some dangers. And I think Nightbot is one of them. I think I wasn't meant to be in charge of artificial intelligence. It's all I could do to do my own. So before I go, has anybody got anything fun planned for this weekend? Take it out back. I saw it just a minute ago, Kaylee. Has anybody got anything fun planned, going anywhere, doing anything? If it's nice this weekend, I'm going to take us to, and I don't know if I'll live stream it. There's always a possibility because I like to live stream when I'm out and about. It's called the Saturday Market, and it's a very cool place to go. It's open. It's open spring through through Christmas, and I know it's open now. It used to be completely outdoors, but you could have your little tent covering over it. Thank you, Butterbean Head. I appreciate that. So I will take us there, and that's tomorrow. If it's not yucky, if it's yucky, I can't. I just can't. I am past that time in life where I'm safe in sloshing water. Thank you. Keeping them. Thank you guys for helping them, because they're definitely worth it. And also with Quiet Listener, because she has the flute music is beautiful. She does do live streams. She has a lot of different people that she's friends with and different ideas, different things. So I think I'm going to end it here, and I'm going to thank you guys, since this was just a pop-up, and I know there's some other stuff probably going on somewhere else on the internet. But I appreciate all of you guys so much. I was very surprised. I figured you guys might be somewhere else right now, but I appreciate it, and I genuinely have come to care about so many people that I have never even met. And Paula, when you are making your trip down south, please be safe. And I'm going to work my hardest to be able to come and hang out down at the event, because it's really not that far from me. I'm right off of I-5. If you drive by I-5 and you see an exit that says Beltline West, just honk and wave. Honk and wave. Thank you. All right, you guys. So have a beautiful weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and find whatever passion. Really, find the passion you have and do it. Just do your passion. Do your passion.